Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a review on one of my favorite foundations for our first Foundation Friday, and that is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. I don't know, wanted to start off with something that I was familiar with for the first. This will help us gauge things in the future, so I figure just thought process. Start off something you know, and therefore you can kind of rate things easier later. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of MAC Strobe Cream, and I've already applied my sunscreen, prepped my lips, so we are good to go in. Preparation is key, and over the week, I've actually been wearing this every day with different products underneath. So today I'm gonna show you the way that I like to apply it the most. And it's the same way I've applied this product for the last, 5-6 years. With powder foundations in general, I always like to do any type of cream product first and do that under. So it just kind of makes it look a little bit more even and it blends easier. So I'm gonna be using the Lancome Maquicomplet Concealer, and I am shade Light Buff 220. A little bit of that under my eyes. And for this part, you just kind of apply wherever you think you need a little extra coverage. And then right through here. This step for me changes every time I use this because, you know, every time I conceal, I feel like I've got something different I want to conceal. With applying your concealer under a powder foundation, you don't have to do or be too precise with your blending application because you're just gonna cover it. So get it where you need it and move on. So here I'm just kind of spreading the product in the general area that I want it and not too concerned with how it looks right now because I'm gonna go back and blend a little bit more. For me, I just kind of like to get it on, and that way it can kind of warm up and become more pliable with the heat from my skin. And then I'm gonna go through and smooth it and blend out my eye. One of the reasons I love Studio Fix so much is, for me, it's a no-brainer foundation. It's just a really, really easy product to throw on when I'm in a rush. When I was still working in retail makeup, and especially when I had to do morning shifts because it took me forever to get to work. I needed everything to be as quick as I could make it. If you are more the normal to dry into the skin spectrum, you need to do a little bit more prep work, and that is very, very crucial. So one of my favorite tools to apply it with is I'm going to be using a MAC 150S. So for that, I just kind of like press it on. So stipple it on. Once that's on, I'll pick up a little bit more and buff. Now for me, I like to buff my product in large circles because I'm going more for the effect of kind of harmonizing the tone between my face, my neck, and my ears. So just buff it around. Now, for the brush that you choose, it's gonna really depend on the level of coverage you're gonna get. So this brush is a little bit of a larger brush, and it's fluffier compared to something like the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Brush. So you can see it's shorter and it's denser. There's not as much kind of give between the two. This is gonna give you more of a light coverage that's easy to build up. This is gonna give you a little bit more coverage off the bat. Great if you've got more to cover, but for me, I don't like that much. So it's all personal preference. And a lot of times for brushes, I feel like you've just got to play with it because there's some brushes that other people I know love to use with certain products, and I really don't like them. And for me, it's just all about finding what is gonna give me the look I want. Then a little bit on my ears, because my ears are always red. And I'm gonna step back. So I've got a video going up Tuesday that I filmed earlier this week, and I talk about kind of sitting back. So I call this conversation length. This is the distance most people are gonna see me at when I'm talking to them. So I wanna see how my foundation is gonna look from their perspective. There we go. So it's always a back and forth for me. Like, I'll kind of sit in my normal position from my camera or the mirror, and then I will sit back. So when I'm here, I can still see some redness and things. If I was gonna stay here and I was thinking people are gonna view me from this distance, I would wanna cover, but when I sit back, I'm like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more. So you can see when I pick up my product, I always kind of tap it off. So I don't have a ton on the brush. So then I'll take a little bit more just over my eyelids. And that's it. So here is how an application of MAC Studio Fix Powder plus foundation looks up close. You'll see, like, for me, I like this here. I feel like I'm in a light medium coverage, and with the prep I did underneath, I have a natural kind of satiny finish. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face, and I will be right back to give you a full kind of rundown. I'm back. So here is the finished look. I'm happy with it. Like I said, going into the video, I know I love this product. I've used it for a long time, and that's why I wanted to kick off Foundation Friday with it. And this will kind of give me a benchmark to rate other products on. I couldn't be happier. Now, let's say this. I've tested this foundation out throughout the week. And I tested out on the first day I used it with just my sunscreen underneath. That was great. Same sunscreen I always use, the Roche-Posay Anthelios Kids SPF 50. That makes a great base for this alone. I wanted to test it out though to see what I can get for some other people, and I've got some thoughts. So, today I use my all-time favorite thing under this product, which is the MAC Strobe Cream. Great, can't complain. Following day over my sunscreen, I wanted to try something out that might help someone if they were a little bit drier. So I tested out the La Mer Hydrating Illuminator. I don't want to be mean, but these two were almost the same. I've never tried that, like, head to head. And yeah, MAC Silverlite and the La Mer just highlighting fluid, or the Hydrating Illuminator, pretty much the same thing. They're both owned by Estee Lauder, so skip this, buy this, better value. Next day, I tested out with the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Primer Plus Oil Free base. This is great. If you are really concerned with pore minimization and you need something to help kind of make the powder grip to your skin a little bit better, this could be a great option. The last one I tried really surprised me though, because I love this product so much, and I love it under like most all of my other foundations, but the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This was a weird one. I found I had to work harder to blend the product out. I could get it there, but it took me longer. So like today when I was doing the rest of my face with the way I normally apply this product, I can do this entire type of look, which is what I've worn all week just to be consistent with my testing, in about 7 minutes. With the silk canvas, it took me about, I don't know, 9 to 10 minutes. So not that much longer, but that being said, I've worked in makeup for a long time. I know how to make products work, and this, I'm gonna keep it under liquids, but for MAC Studio Fix Powder, skip. And it might be something with this like kind of silicone-y property. I don't think they claim this has silicone in it, but it's got a similar type of slip to it, which helps kind of smooth out the appearance of the skin. So that one, skip on. And then I tried it with only one other setting spray. So my main one I use is MAC Fix Plus. This is Cucumber. I don't think this is around anymore, but the difference since they have a Fix Plus really doesn't make a difference. Pick the one you like. They all did the same job. Go to, love it, recommend it. This one I was surprised about. So the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This was nice. I adore this. I adore this over my liquid foundations. I feel like it makes anything I put on the top of a liquid kind of sink in. But with this powder foundation, it didn't do much. It didn't look bad. It just didn't do anything extra. And I think the smaller size is either around the same or more expensive than the MAC Fix Plus. So I would stick with MAC Fix Plus. With the Fix Plus, this does have glycerin in it, and I think it also has like green tea, but glycerin is the big one we're looking at. So glycerin is the humectant, it's gonna pull moisture, and it's also nice if you kind of need like a moisture top up. So that little extra boost of moisture will kind of help the product melt into the skin to look a little bit more fresh and kind of creamy. That being said, I really, really like it. I think it would work for, like I said earlier, anyone who likes a powder foundation. You want something quick, you want something easy, it's great. I do feel like if you are very, very dry skin, there are products that will give you a similar look, but they're gonna be a lot easier for you to work with. So MAC Studio Fix Powder, I say it excels for people who are normal to oily and want a quick powder foundation that they can kind of adjust the look. So that is my summary of the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. I hope this was helpful. I would like to make the Foundation Friday a kind of regular series on my channel because I think I have a fun perspective on foundations. That being said, I do have a question. So if you watch this, I want to test out concealer as well. However, when I'm testing concealer or foundations, I don't want to gamble too much with what I apply. So my kind of everydays are the Burberry Cashmere Concealer and then the Lancome Maquicomplet. But I also, oh, and the Maybelline Age Rewind with the sponge on the end. Those are my 3 favorite concealers that I feel play well with any foundation I throw at it. But I've purchased some other ones that I want to test out. So if you want me to test them alongside of a foundation, let me know. And any other type of feedback or questions or comments, feel free to leave them here in the comment bar or my Instagram. So if this was helpful, I would greatly appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe, and stay tuned for next time. Thank you for your time.